One major event in the Department of Visual Arts is the Juried art exhibition, a showcase of student artwork ranked by a panel of judges and displayed in the Fletcher Hall Gallery.
The pieces I got in the show, first I formed them out of wax, and then I cast them into bronze, and then I put molten tin over them as well, and so it kind of ended up being what they are in the museum. The thought process behind it was kind of looking into psychology and cognition and how we think about the world and how we interact with it in different modes of doing that, like science or religion or philosophy, math, and how all these things intersect and how they are exclusive of each other as well.
I used a backdrop of my plant nursery and a baby's crib that I borrowed from a friend, and I placed all sorts of plants in it. I lined it with Christmas lights and just kept shooting until I got the perfect shot. The concept was life and death, and it was the life part of my series, inspired by the recent birth of my cousin. I had never picked up a camera before I took photo one, didn't know I had a knack for it, and found I had a bigger passion for photo.
I didn't know all what would be in the show, and then I showed up for the opening and I was looking around, and there's just such great art everywhere, and it's probably the best show I've seen here since I've been here. And just excellent prints, excellent paintings, sculptures, just everything was really nice. And to win second in something like that was really just amazing to me. Like I was in shock the day after.
The exhibit was our interpretive self-portraits through history. So the process was to find a picture in some kind of historical purpose and kind of seamlessly put yourself in there to make it seem believable for the viewer. In one of my pictures, I had myself kind of shaking hands and kind of hanging out with Jackie Robinson in the Dodgers locker room from back in the day. I'm a huge baseball fan, and I've played baseball since I was a kid. Jackie Robinson was a huge, turning point in the history of the game that allowed African Americans to, finally play in the league. I think it was a very important picture to see him with, a white player on the team, just getting along and not having that conflict that was going around during that time. Being an art major, it's a lot different than any other concentration. You're not really studying too much. It's a lot of just working late nights on projects, just trying to get it done for class. And then also during class, you're not really being lectured too often. It's mostly hands-on, working on your stuff. And then also the faculty is really awesome. You can almost get to a certain level of being close and personal with them, more than just them being your teacher and you being a number in the class.
They've all been working in their fields for years, and to just have that kind of experience at your disposal and with the knowledge the teachers have, they're very free with it, they're very generous about it, and they try to match your efforts. So if you're very ambitious, they will ambitiously help you on your path, and I think that's really great.
So, wanting to pursue, a career in the arts, this is the place to go in the state.